Winners Ways Podcast, episode number 151. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Winners Ways Podcast. This is where we talk about your career, your money, and we give you life motivation to help you excel. I am super grateful, as always, to have you join me on the show today. I'm happy you chose to listen to this podcast because I know you have multiple choices. I know there are other programs, other podcasts out there that you could be listening to, but you chose this one. So I'm not taking that for granted. And I want to say a big thanks to you. It is because of people like you that we are growing and reaching higher milestones. So thank you for listening. And if you haven't already done so, please click the subscribe button so that you will become a part of this community and you will immediately know whenever I publish any new episode. Another way that you can help us to continue to grow is by sharing this message, this podcast, with someone that you care about. By the way, I'm also recording this on video, so some of you will be watching on YouTube while others will listen on podcast, maybe on Apple Podcast or Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. So I have multiple ways to get this message out. I just need your help to continue to help us to grow by sharing this message with people that you know. So please share this message with your connections on social media and encourage them to subscribe. I'm also on multiple social media platforms, impacting lives, creating winners out of everyday people. My mission is simple to help more people discover their purpose so that they can live a fulfilled life. I believe one way to do this is for people to find a career that they enjoy so that they can continue to grow in that line of career. And why is that? It's simple. We spend the majority part of our day working, and it will be beneficial to our mental health if we are doing something that we enjoy. If you are not currently doing something that you enjoy, I strongly encourage you to find one. That's the way to grow, that's the way to thrive, and that's the way you can live your life to the fullest. So if you want to connect with me, check me on Instagram at Debola Alabi or the Career Evangelist. I'm also available on TikTok at Bola Alabi. I'm here on YouTube, Bola Alabi TV. And if you are on Twitter, check me out at Debola Alabi. Please connect, subscribe, and follow on whatever platform you prefer to use. I also want to inform you guys that I will be niching down starting in 2023. My focus will be on career related topics and issues. There are too many people out there today that are having a tough time finding a job that they can do to make money. And also, many more are holding on to jobs that they hate so much just because they need to pay their bills. I'm going to be focusing on these people. I'm going to be sharing ideas, strategies that will help them to get out of that uncomfortable situation, to get out of a job that they dislike, so that they can find something that they enjoy, so that they can grow. So that will be my focus starting in 2023. I'm going to call it the Career Evangelist Podcast, and I'll be sharing strategies. I'm big on strategies. I'll be sharing tips, ideas to help more people find and thrive in their career. My life mission is still to continue to spread the message of positivity, and I will be focusing on jobs, career, business, and how you can live your life to the fullest. So that's going to be the theme for next year. Love your career, love your life. Okay, enough about all this preamble. We need to get into today's episode, but maybe just one thing. You know, my goal is to continue to share my experience and bring in expert guests from time to time to share insights, to share their knowledge and their experience with all of us so that we can learn and grow. So I'm super excited about the possibilities ahead. I'm energized to think that we are impacting lives, to think that we are making a change, to think that you are a part of this community. So once again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button. And also please share this podcast episode with someone that you care about. So I promise you, that's it. That's it about all the preamble. Let's go into today's episode. Today, I want to talk about progress. So the topic is how to make progress, or maybe you can call it three essential things required to make progress. We all love progress. I love progress. You love progress. Progress brings joy and sense of fulfillment to every one of us. So, what is progress? Maybe we should give it some definition. Progress is simply a forward movement towards a destination. Now, let's break it down by sharing some analogy. If you are a student, maybe in your math class, you scored a C during the last semester exam. And this semester, this current term, you decided that you are going to work hard to improve your grade. And at the end of the semester, you scored a B. Wow, that's progress. You went from where you were last semester to a better grade this semester. So that's progress. For you, maybe you have been in debt for some time now. Maybe you owe about $50,000 debt. But right now, you've been working hard since the beginning of this year, and you've been able to reduce that debt to about $30,000. Yes, you haven't paid off all your debt, but guess what? You've paid some part of it. You've made progress. You deserve a pat on your back. So that's progress. But perhaps your situation is that you've been struggling with weight issues. Your weight at the beginning of the year was maybe 250 pounds. You know that your ideal weight should be about 200 pounds. As such, you've been working hard, managing your diet, going to the gym, doing everything you can. And you went from 250 pounds in January to maybe about 220 pounds in October. Yes, you are not at that ideal weight yet, but you deserve a thumbs up because you've made progress. Progress does not mean that you've achieved all your goals by any means. It does not mean you still don't have some struggles. Nah, that's not the case. It just means that you are moving forward towards your desired position. And for that, you deserve some commendation. I started thinking about this topic as a result of a recent road trip that I took going from Houston, Texas to Austin, Texas. It was a getaway weekend for me and my wife. It wasn't a long journey in any way. It took me about 2.5 hours to go from Houston to Austin, but that journey taught me something about progress. You see, when I left my house, I had the address of where we were going. Check the box. That's good. I have not been there before. I had no idea what all the road conditions would be. I was not sure of the weather conditions there in Austin on that day. But guess what? I still embarked on the journey. I did not let the uncertainties, those things that I don't know, stop me from taking the trip. And here's another thing. I did not just snap my fingers and find myself at my destination. No, I did three things. And those three things are essential for anyone that want to make progress. So what are those three things? The first thing was that I started the journey. Guess what? If I did not start my car, if I did not pack my luggage, if I did not make any attempt to start that journey, I ain't going nowhere. So I'll be stuck in one position. So you've got to start. I kept my attention on the road. So the second thing that I did was I kept my attention on the road and I know the direction to where I was going. Let's say, for example, my GPS told me to take left or go east, and I chose to take right or go west. I'm going completely in the opposite direction of my desired destination. So that's the other thing that you need when you are embarking on a journey, when you want to make progress. You need to know the direction of where you want to go, and you need to pay attention to where you are going. So I know the direction to, I followed the direction to Austin, and I kept my attention on the road. So that's number two. Number three, I put my focus on the final destination. Now, it does not matter what you are trying to accomplish. It does not matter what the challenges or the uncertainties ahead of you may be. It doesn't matter the height of the mountain ahead of you. If you can start, if you know the direction you want to go, and if you can put your attention on the journey and make your entire focus be on the final destination, and that's your why, I can assure you that you are going to make progress. So, what does progress mean to you? Progress comes in different forms to different people. I just shared in the intro about for a student, progress may mean passing with good grades. For someone in debt, progress will mean, you know, paying part of the debt. For someone dealing with weight issues, progress is when you've started losing weight. Now, let's quickly go through those three essential elements for progress. So, the first one that I talked about was start. So, starting, as simple as it may seem, is very challenging for most people. They have an idea of what they want to do. They've talked about it to those that care to listen. They've dreamt about it for a while, but they did not do the one thing that can get them the result that they desired. They did not start. So, if you must make progress, you've got to start. My friends, go ahead and start that business. Go ahead and write that book. Go ahead and start going to the gym. Go ahead and start applying for the job that you want. Go ahead and start saving money. Go ahead and start investing today. Because if you don't start, you are not going to get any results. So, the first thing that is essential for progress is to start. Now, let's go to the next one. The next one is you should know the direction and you should keep your attention on the journey. We live in a very noisy world. We get easily distracted by what others are saying or doing. We let the opinion of others dictate what we should or shouldn't do. We let all these external noises influence our path in life. We allow those voices to drown our inner instincts and our compass. And as such, we get stuck in a holding pattern, not moving forward or going backward. That shouldn't be. If you are going to make progress, you must identify the areas of your life where you intend to work on. After identifying that area, then you need to put a plan together and follow that plan, your plan. I'm not suggesting in any way that you can't learn from others. No, I'm just saying that you shouldn't let them determine what you should do and where you should go or who you should be. No, don't use them as a yardstick for you to measure your progress. So, attention and direction. You should know the direction where you want to go, and you should pay attention to that direction. That's number two, attention and direction. Number three, focus. I realize that in every journey of life, if we put our focus on the destination, no matter how long the road ahead may be, no matter what difficulty we may face on the journey, we will have the needed motivation to keep going until we get to where we want to be, until we get to our destination. So you've got to find a way for whatever you want to do. Make sure you have a strong why. Your why is what will drive you. Your why is what will keep you motivated when the going gets tough. Your why is why you will wake up every morning to keep working on that goal of yours. Let your why inspire you. Let your why encourage you to pursue your dream. Let your why be your focus as you continue to move forward towards what you want. And those are the three essential things that we all need in order to make progress. Bit by bit, that's how we make progress. Step by step, that's what leads to incremental progress. Sudden and progress do not go together. Each step that you take, each action that you undertake in the right direction, of course, will eventually lead to progress. You may not see results immediately. You may feel as if you are not getting anywhere. And do you know why that is? It's simply because progress is not sudden. Progress is gradual. And that's where I'm ending it today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please let me know in the comments. Write to me. Let me know how you feel about this content. Let me know because that's going to help me to continue to create more content for you. You are special to me, and I want to be sure that my content serves you right. Till next time again, this is Bola Halabi, the career evangelist. Now going.